All right, part 2, chapters 7 to 8. And these are important for various reasons, but we're almost at the end of the book. What do you think so far? Comment below. I haven't said that in any of the videos. If you need clarification, please comment below so I can help out if you need it, because I really appreciate the people following along with these videos, because it couldn't mean more to me as a teacher to teach this to people that I can't see but are learning from me. So I really appreciate that. With that said, let's get into it. Chapters 7 to 8 basically is Winston's breakthrough of his emotions, or his awakening, and his fully enveloping himself in this rebellious persona. So these are the last chapters of this. No, there's 2 more. But basically, all of these chapters from this part on is him having his journey to his end. So again, he's foreshadowing it. He's foreshadowing all of his problems. So he feels that emotion when he has his memories coming back to him in a dream. They flood him. So he has a flood of emotions. The gates have been opened, and he wakes up and he feels all his feelings that much more. It bubbles to the surface, and he realizes how much the party has messed him up, and his way of thinking, and how they were able to turn him against his mother at one point. And he ran away from his mother. This is really important because he's finally remembered this. And there is even a little nod to that at the end when he's in a holding cell. So yeah, I am ruining it a little bit, but I have to do it if I'm going to teach you about it. So you got to remember this part with his mom. The fact that he feels all this stuff and remembers that he ran away from his mom, it was tough. It was hard for him to come to that realization as an adult. He wondered, he was always wondering about his past, but now he felt it and he actually remembered it, a real memory. And it makes him angry that because of the way he was taught to think by the party, he's lost his connection to that ideal past that we talked about in the last one. Like it doesn't really exist anymore, but he's still mad about it, that he was able to throw it away. Okay, so we also have a foreshadowing of what Winston and Julia and their pact to each other, saying that no matter what happens, if Big Brother tortures them, they will never turn on each other, and they'll always have that to hold on to. This foreshadows a whole bunch of stuff, but you've got to remember it, okay? Because really and truly, nobody knows what Big Brother does to the enemies of the party within the party. So nobody knows what he does to traitors, but it was spoken about earlier when Winston remembered meeting enemies of the traitor of the party at the Chestnut Cafe. So if we jump back to that, you remember that he did speak about this, and that is the only sort of inkling in foreshadowing as to what will happen to them. So they've both pledged to each other that because of their love for each other and the situation that they're in, that they're not going to betray each other. But torture is torture. If someone's torturing you, chances are you're going to give in. And that's also a theme that Orwell wants to explore in the later chapters, and we'll get to that. So to further prove their ridiculousness, they agree to meet with O'Brien at his home. And as soon as they enter his home, because they're so high on their love and their feelings, like it's almost euphoric, right? It's almost as if they're on the drugs. They're on drugs, and a type that makes you feel your feelings that much more. So they're actually stupid enough to come into O'Brien's thing. They don't know very much about O'Brien yet, but they're like, we're enemies of the party. We want to join the Brotherhood. And they're so confident in their stupidity. But maybe not stupidity. You think that as the reader. And then, they even O'Brien confirms a lot of their questions that were burning, that they wanted to know, or more so Winston. He asked him if Emmanuel Goldstein was real, and Winston already knows that history rewrites itself and whatnot as he takes part in this, and he does this for a living. And O'Brien tells him that, yeah, Emmanuel Goldstein is real. He confirms it for him. So now Winston's like, whoa, Emmanuel Goldstein, O'Brien is everything that I want to be. I want to be a part of this brotherhood. I want to be this type of person rebelling against the party within the party. And he attaches all these emotions and this hope to O'Brien. And we all know that will be his demise. Well, you may not know that yet, but now you do. He's embodying the ideal of hope that Winston longs for. And anyone even remotely affiliated with the party would see that Winston is an easy kill at this point. So take that in. We're going to go to the next part, chapters 9 and 10.